Hi, my name is Federico Manuti and this is my FMOD Studio audio implementation demo reel. With this video, I'll show you and explain to you how I created the sounds you'll hear. The first thing I did was to analyze the game I had to deal with, Cube 2. I found that there were a few things I most certainly did not like, and a few that needed some tweaking. For example, the default volume of the enemy's footsteps was way too loud when up close, but you could also hear every monster's action, including grunts and attack sounds, almost from every point in the map. So I had to carefully correct this using a distance parameter within FMOD Studio. The second thing I noticed was that pretty often my character would die all of a sudden, because I didn't realize that my health was low. Unlike most of the new video games, in Cube visuals don't help very much in telling you about your health status, if not for the small number in the bottom corner that I personally had trouble remembering to watch. So what I wanted to do was to use the sound to do that instead. First of all, I created 3 musical tracks using Logic Pro that fitted well but weren't too distracting or heavy on the ear like the default metal songs. Then, using snapshots in FMOD Studio, I set a low-pass filter on the music and sound effects channels that kicked in once the player's health started going down. Also, you start hearing the player's heartbeat getting louder and slower. In addition to all of this, I also had the time to record one guitar solo track to layer upon one of the 3 songs I had created, that fades in and out, still depending on the player's health. While testing this function out, I realized that most of the times when the map was almost clear of enemies, I would end up roaming around the map looking for maybe just one monster that got stuck running into a wall, or was just standing still in a room waiting for me. So if my health was low, the low-pass filter on every sound started to become annoying or simply conveyed an unnecessary feeling of danger. So with another snapshot, I made it so that even if the player is about to die, the filter opens up again the more enemies you kill. I left the music out of the equation as a subtle reminder of your current health status. Another thing I wanted to correct was a problem directly correlated to the map I chose. The inside and outside of buildings didn't feel different at all, and this was because there were no reverb settings scripted into the map. So I corrected the configuration file and added some reverberation settings for the indoors sections of the map. Finally, in creating sounds from scratch, I tried to have an original and personal approach with most of them. I tried my best not to rely on any sound libraries that were not of my own, as a personal challenge. So I ended up slamming doors to create shotguns, using bug sprays for rocket launchers, rustling homemade props to create ammo and shell sounds, recording my own house's gate for drones and many other bizarre ideas that were really fun to record and satisfying when they actually worked. Layering sounds was essential, especially with the monsters' voices, all of which were a mix of my voice with animal sounds or heavy distortion, pitching and equalizing. I tried to give a more alien feel to the sounds of the weapons used by the monsters. That's why I use synth sounds, or I use programs like MaxMSP or C-Sound to generate synthetic sounds that fitted well with the weapons. I also used some real-life sounds, using chains, shells, or metallic hits, and layered them upon the synth sounds to add a touch of realism to the weapons. Thank you for watching. For any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me on my email address.
Health.